Hey folks, so this is my man Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is a young sheepadoodle, and he barks in the middle of the night, and he wakes mom up, okay? So if you've got a dog that's barking, whining, crying, doing these types of behaviors, folks, there may be something that we can do that will help them learn the amazing skill of just being really calm and being really relaxed whenever we have told them it's the appropriate time to be calm and to be relaxed. And that is the place command. And so I want to go over this dog and the place command, but what I want to emphasize is 3 common mistakes I see being made when it comes to the place command that are actually causing problems. And really, you're not getting all the benefits you could get from introducing the place command in the way that I'm about to show you. So this is this dog's second session with me working on place command. Let's go. Place. Good. So the first thing that I see people doing is they're using food to begin to introduce place command. Which is fine if you want to use food at first to get the dog to start going to your place command, or you want the dog to get used to being tied back and so you're using a little bit of food. Place. But early on, we want to make it clear to the dog that this is not about food. This is not about getting any sort of high value reward. This is about simply calming down. And what can happen if I am rewarding with food or I'm rewarding with a toy for place command is the dog can basically just be begging from a distance, and they'll be in their bed. They're not going to get out of their bed, but they're sitting there and they're staring at you and they're crying and they're panting and they're stressed out because they don't understand why are they going to have to wait so long for this reward. So I want the dog to understand early on, hey, you go there, you wait there, that's how it goes. It's a good thing for you to do. But in general, I don't want to give any rewards if it's going to be getting you excited and not leading to this, which is plop city. Okay. So the second thing that I see happening with the place command is people aren't introducing the leash into this process and the tie back very early on. So very early on, I want to use the leash to move the dog into position. Place. Very early on, I want to move the dog into position with the leash. If they get up, I want to move them back into position with the leash. And I want to have them experience the feeling of being tied back in some form, and I walk away, and they stay there, and the leash keeps them in position. The more repetitions the dog can get, simply understanding that the leash is putting them into position, and it's not a big deal. Good. The better, because then when the dog gets up and they're excited and the leash tightens and it says, hey, go back to your bed, they understand, oh, the leash says go to my bed. Okay, no problem. One final thing that I see happening with the place command is people focusing on the dog being in a down command and holding a down command in their place. Now, although that's great, and I'm sure at some point we do want the dog to pretty much go there and lay down, I do think sometimes being more lenient and helping the dog understand, I more than anything just want you to stay in that location and be calm, can be a lot more effective. And I'm going to tell you why. If I have to keep the dog in a down command, I'm going to have to probably keep going over there and reminding them, hey, stay in a down command. I'm going to have to keep using my leash to tell them to stay in a down command. I'm going to have to keep talking to them, touching them, doing something. Versus if I just tell them, hey, just stay there and don't get off. First of all, the leash is going to keep them in that position if they're properly tied back. Second of all, me simply walking my body towards them can push them back into position. And thirdly, they're not going to be frustrated with, oh my God, I'm already sitting here and now I got to lay down on top of it. Or perhaps, hey, the down is a command that I do all the time and now I'm doing a down and hey, where's my reward? You're supposed to reward me when I do a down, or at least, tell me that I'm doing it proper. And I want to be clear, this isn't a down command. This is a place command. Place. Good. And more than anything, I just want you to understand, you stay here, you plop, you hang out, and that's what you do. So those are some things to think about when you're doing your place work. And I promise you, if you master your place command and get it to the point where, at any point in time you can tell your dog, hey, go to your bed, and they're going to go to their bed and calm down, you're going to have such an easier time getting the dog to succeed with their crate training or duration in stay or so many other commands. So remember, as always, folks, we don't blame them, we train them. I hope you found this video helpful. And your dog, they're so lucky to have you as their human. I hope you know that. Okay, obviously you can find me online, Follow the Leader Canine. You can always hire me for one-on-one consultations. You can find out other things about me on my website as well, like my amazing poetry book that just came out. Okay, folks, I'll see you then.